Africa is thought to be the continent with the world's fastest growth rate, according to the African Development Bank. Any country's growth and general economic development are greatly influenced by its infrastructure. The governments of African nations with good roads have made significant investments in them to support sustainable development. Road quality and the growth of many areas and places are closely related. Access to vital services like medical treatment or the transfer of agricultural goods would be greatly hampered by poor road conditions. It is important to remember that proper infrastructure, particularly roads, is essential for rapid growth. In all essence, good road infrastructure is a good framework for development and rapidly improves living conditions of the masses. We have compiled a list of the 15 African countries with the best road infrastructure. 15. Nigeria. The Nigerian Federal Highway System, popularly known as Trunk, a nationwide road system, connects the country's political and economic hubs and connects Nigeria with its neighbors. Through the Federal Ministry of Works and the Federal Highways Maintenance Agency, the federal government of Nigeria builds and maintains these roads. When some state-maintained highways were turned over to the federal government in 1974, a new category known as Trunk F roads was established. The four-lane dual Lagos-Ibadan Expressway opened in 1978, becoming the first expressway in the nation. With roadway widths of 7.3 meters and shoulder widths of 2.75 meters on each side, design improvements were also made. As funding was distributed to optimize the number of miles to be developed, the growth in new road mileage also raised questions about the quality of building and construction of the roads. Nigeria indeed has some of the best roads in Africa, but just wait until you see what other countries on this list have. (14) Ghana. Ghana has a network of roads of varying capacities and qualities. Trunk routes and non-trunk routes have different responsibilities for the road system. The Ghana Highway Authority, which was founded in 1974 to improve the trunk road network, is responsible for managing trunk highways, which are the most significant routes. 33% of the 40,186 kilometers overall length of the country's road network is made up of Ghana's 13,367 kilometers of trunk roads. In Ghana, the Department of Feeder Roads is in charge of building and maintaining feeder roadways, whilst the Department of Urban Roads is in charge of maintaining urban roads. Ghana's speed limits are specified in kilometers per hour, and road distances are displayed in kilometers. Typically, urban areas have speed restrictions between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour, while interregional and regional highways have 80 kilometers per hour limits. National highways have 90 kilometers per hour limits, and motorways have 100 kilometers per hour limits. Ghana has some of the best road infrastructure in West Africa, and it just had to make our list today. 13. Algeria. The first city in the Maghreb to have this kind of infrastructure is Algiers, which opened its Metro fast transit system in 2011. Over 18.2 kilometers and 19 stations are served by the system, which is primarily underground. In 2018, it carried more than 40 million people annually. To assure greater coverage of the capital city, a number of expansion projects are in the works. The network is expected to eventually stretch 60 kilometers and serve 58 stops. There are two significant highways in Algeria that are part of the Trans-African Highway Network, one of which is the Trans-Sahara Highway. This highway runs across Algeria from north to south and finally enters Niger in Nigeria, connecting Algiers to Lagos, Nigeria. The nation also built the East-West Motorway, which extends from its border with Tunisia to that with Morocco along the east-west axis and connects the majority of significant Algerian cities in the process. It's no doubt that Algeria has for sure some of the best roads in Africa, but they're still just the tip of the iceberg. Stay tuned. 12. Tanzania. Since its establishment in July 2000, the Tanzania National Roads Agency, an executive agency under the Ministry of Works, Transport, and Communications, has been in charge of maintaining and expanding the country's trunk and regional road networks. According to the Road Act of 2007, the overall length of the categorized road network in mainland Tanzania was estimated to be 86,472 kilometers. The 12,786 kilometers of trunk roads and 21,105 kilometers of regional roads that make up the approximately 33,891 kilometers long national road network are managed by the Ministry of Works through the Tanzania National Roads Agency. The Prime Minister's Office Regional Administration and Local Government is in charge of the approximately 53,460 kilometers remaining network of urban, district, and feeder roadways. Some major roads in Tanzania include the Dar es Salaam and Dodoma, Dar es Salaam and Iringa, Dar es Salaam and Tanga, and the Anga and Arusha roads. 11. Senegal. Although Senegal might not be the first country that comes to your mind when you're considering countries with good roads, you'd be shocked to find out that they have some of the best roads in Africa. For example, the Cairo-Dakar Highway, which crosses the edge of the Sahara. With the exception of a few kilometers along the Western Sahara-Mauritania border, where there is now simply a desert track, it is essentially finished. The portion between Nouadhibou and Nouakchott was paved in 2005. It links up with the Dakar-Lagos Highway to create a north-south route that travels across the Sahara and around the westernmost point of the continent from Rabat to Monrovia. Another amazing road in Senegal is the Dakar and N'Djamena Highway. The highway connects climate and environment-similar regions with centuries-old cultural and commerce ties through 7 nations and 5 national capitals. One of 2 east-west transnational linkages in West Africa, it is located about 900 kilometers inland from and largely parallel to the Trans-West African Coastal Highway. And finally, the Dakar-Lagos Highway, designated the Trans-West African Coastal Highway by the Economic Community of West African States. It runs along the coast of West Africa. So, we see that even though these highways weren't necessarily constructed by the Senegalese government, they are among the most beautiful on the continent nonetheless. 10. Cape Verde. There are 3 types of roads in Cape Verde: national, rural, and municipal. Municipalities are in charge of managing local roads, whereas the Instituto de Estradas is in charge of managing national and rural highways. The combined length of the municipal and national road networks is 537 kilometers and 1,113 kilometers, respectively. Third-class national roads are EN3, second-class national roads are EN2, and first-class national roads are EN1. Some of Cape Verde's best roads include Boa Vista, Fogo, and Santiago roads. 9. Botswana. Botswana's road networks span around 31,747 kilometers and are of varying quality and capacity. Road distances are displayed in kilometers, while speed limits in Botswana are denoted either by kilometers per hour or by using the country's official speed limit sign. Certain vehicle classifications, such as trucks, have a variety of lower maximum limitations that are governed by speed limits. Botswana has a variety of beautiful roads, including the Man to Saxonaka Road, the Saxonaka to Northgate, and the Kwai to Seviute roads. 8. Kenya. Kenya is not only one of the few nations in Africa with fantastic, high-quality roads and cutting-edge road systems. It is also the second-best road system in East Africa right now. There are a variety of amazing roads in Kenya, including the superhighway in Thika. The route connecting Nairobi with the commercial hub of Thika is the best in Kenya. It was expertly constructed by Chinese builders, and it has 8 lanes. Entrepreneurs are drawn to the areas near the road because of the many businesses that surround it. The bulk of Kenyan singers use the road for video shooting, among other things. Along the road are also a number of universities, including Jomo Kenyatta and Kenyatta University. It is 40 kilometers long. Another beautiful road is the Nakuru-Nairobi Road. The highway connects visitors who come to Nairobi primarily for business purposes. It is broad and can hold multiple vehicle kinds at once. The route is necessary to utilize as a gateway to access the location because it provides views of Lake Elementaita. Since the road is level and well built, getting from Nakuru town to the city is simple. 7. Morocco. One of the best road networks on the continent is found in Morocco. According to the Morocco Road Map, the government has constructed around 1,100 kilometers of modern highways during the previous 20 years, including toll expressways linking the majority of the country's major cities. By 2030, the Moroccan Ministry of Equipment, Transport, Logistics, and Water hopes to construct kilometers of roadway and an additional 2,100 kilometers of expressway at an estimated cost of $9.6 billion. Some of Morocco's best roads include the Rabat Ring Road, the Casablanca-Rabat Road, and the Casablanca-Safa Road. 6. South Africa. South Africa offers some incredibly picturesque and winding roads that make driving fun, whether you like to carve around corners or just like to cruise and take in the landscape. Some beautiful roads in South Africa include between Franschhoek and the Waterskloof Dam. There is a mountain pass known as the Franschhoek Pass, also known as the R45 or Lambrechts Road. It is about 15 kilometers long and has numerous hairpin bends with just about every radius imaginable. Although you can enjoy it in either direction, we advise having lunch and dessert in Franschhoek and finishing the pass in both directions in between. Another breathtaking South African road is the Pass of Outeniqua. The little Karoo town of Oudtshoorn is connected to the coastal town of George in the Western Cape by an exquisitely curving route that passes through the Outeniqua Mountains. It's a wide road with long, flowing turns that is a true driver's delight without having to deal with hairpin bends or harsh braking. 5. Mauritius. Mauritius is one of the most developed countries in Africa today, and it is also among the top African countries with the best and quality road. Other roads include the Bel Ombre Bay Road and the Makonde Route. 4. Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast has made impressive investments in its transportation network. Despite a crisis that limited maintenance and development, West African countries with more established transportation infrastructures. The 85,000 kilometers long Ivory Coast road network is made up of 224 kilometers of highways, 65,000 kilometers of paved roads, and 75,000 kilometers of unpaved roads. It offers domestic and international travel to nearby nations. A paved roadway between landlocked Mali and Burkina Faso feeds into the Trans-West African Coastal Highway, which connects to Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. When roads and bridges in Liberia and Sierra Leone are finished being built, the route will connect to 7 additional economic community of West African states countries to the west and north. 3. Rwanda. Rwanda is also among the top countries in the continent that have high-quality roads that favor both the passengers and the drivers, including the cars being driven on the Rwandan roads. Nowadays, paved roads connect the majority of the major towns in the nation. These roads used to be in terrible shape, with many of potholes and cars frequently driving on the dirt shoulders because they were thought to be smoother than the actual road. Most key routes are now in good condition thanks to a recent government initiative of upgrading and resurfacing. All of the country's long-distance roads are single-carriageway save for Kigali's main thoroughfares, the high streets of Ruhengeri, Kibai, and Gisenyi, as well as the roads in Ruhengeri. Rwanda does not have any highways. 2. Egypt. Cairo is the starting point for two of the Trans-African Highways routes. Additionally, Egypt has numerous highway connections to Asia via the Arab Mashriq International Road Network. Egypt has a growing network of highways that link Cairo to Alexandria and other cities. Although national highways continue to be the primary means of transportation in the nation, motorways are becoming a more viable alternative. Some major roads in Egypt include the Cairo-Alexandria Desert Road, the International Coastal Road, and the Gaish Road. 1. Namibia. The road system in Namibia is recognized as one of the best on the continent, and it is built and maintained in accordance with international standards. The Roads Authority, a state-owned business created by Act 17 of 1999, is in charge of maintaining the nation's 48,875.27 kilometers of roads. Most roads are not tarred because of low traffic numbers. Some of Namibia's major roads include the Windhoek to Okahanja Road, the Walvis Bay to Okahanja Road, and the Luderitz to Keetmanshoop Road. Indeed, Africa has come a long way with the capacity and beauty of the current transport systems on the continent, but whether this trend will indeed continue or fade out is still to be seen. What do you think? Will the trend continue? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content.